Right. Before we get out there and judge others, of course we're gonna judge ourselves and focus on making sure that we not considered hypocrites. All right. So in Matthew's chapter 7, verse 5, it speaks of you know, making sure, that we are not hypocrites. And it reads, Matthew chapter 7, verse 5, thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out thy own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. All right. So we first must analyze ourselves before we come out there to teach or to shake the hand. All right. Or to judge, pretty much. So that's what we do. So when we come out there, we speak with discernment, all right? And it's not to try to just criticize someone else. It's to actually help someone, bring them back into the fold, all right? That's what we doing. That's the Lord's work. That's the gospel, to give the good message of his return. And in order for them to be prepared, in order for the bride to, be prepared, all right, or the husband, you must go through a cleaning process, all right? Because we are like the brides to the Most High. And, a bride must be prepared and refined and clean cloths, linen, purified. So that's our way of purifying our people, getting them ready for the Most High by, judging them so they can see their wrongdoing and clear themselves up. All right. And we don't take no favoritism, because you might be a favorite cousin or a favorite daughter or what have you. All right. So we come according to the scriptures on what the Lord wanted us to bring out, right and exact, straight to the point, according to the scriptures. All right. So in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 15, it reads, ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Right. So when we bringing out these when we bringing out decrees or judgments, which is not like what Heavenly Father, what Yahweh Shah is going to judge you with, but we do say what you shouldn't be doing if you didn't know. So that's what the saints are for. The men of the Lord, they digested the whole roll. All right, they ate the whole scriptures to know the fact of the matter, according to mostly all the things that's going on in the world, to let you know if it's right or wrong. So when we judging you, we just letting you know what's right and what's wrong. All right. And then Leviticus chapter 19, verse 15, it reads, ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the persons of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Right. So we're not going to cut corners or say this person is mighty or this one is a pitiful soul, so I'm not going to judge them. No, we're going to give our people the uncut, unadulterated truth of what's right and what's wrong. If you're doing something wrong, we're going to let you know. Rather it's my daughter, rather it's my mother, whoever. Okay? So these are the things that we have to deal with, because sometimes, people get caught up with respecting the person and not bringing out the righteous judgment of telling them when they at fault. All right. But we not going to do that. All right. We going to bring it out and let you know if it's right or wrong. And that's a judgment call. All right. Moving on. Because ultimately, people be like, only God could judge me. That is God judging you. He's just using his vessel, which is the men of the Lord, to let you know what's right and what's wrong. All right. And that's the problem when they see a man do it. But what's hard is that y'all respect the court of law when they pass the verdict down, when they sit there in they black suits, you know, and tell you the verdict, what's the verdict from the jury, and y'all get the call on what it is, y'all respect it. Y'all respect the sentence and everything else from the court of law, the court of man, all right, the unjust. So let's go into that when it speaks about that in First Corinthians, because the judges are the men of the Lord, the Israelite men of the Lord. All right, and he used his Bible, he used his word to make the final judgment. All right, and that's what we use when we uh, analyze the matter according to the scriptures. We go to First Corinthians chapter 6. Take you from the top and read from there. Take it to the top of First Corinthians. Let me get to the King James, where it reads this First Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1. It says, "Dare any of you, hearing a matter against another, go into go go to law before the unjust?" And that's what y'all do. Y'all be like, "Oh, I'm taking you to court." You let the man in the black robe tell you what's right and what's wrong. He's not the just. He's the man-made judge of the American judicial system. They don't judge things according to how the law wants you to judge things, according to the scriptures. All right, and they definitely 9 times out of 10 they not even Israelites. All right, they might be Edomites or all these other nations that y'all taking y'all matter to. But the Lord said, taking it back from the top, did any of you having a matter against another go to law before the unjust and not before the saints? So he's saying, how dare you do such a thing? All right. And reading on, it says, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? All right. The men of Israel are going to judge the whole world, man. And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Right. So when we do criticize you or judge you about the smallest matter, you should respect it, because the whole world is going to be judged by us. So a small matter of, if something was considered too judgmental for you, ain't half as how you're going to be dealing with the judgment according to how the Lord see fit to have us judging all men. All right. Reading on in verse 3 to the point. Know ye not that we shall judge angels? So the Lord's saying that the saints of Israel are going to judge angels, man. How much more things that pertain to this life? So if we're going to judge like the highest ranking, the mighty ones of the Lord's army, all right, something as an angel, what makes you think that we can't judge nothing that's here on this earth as far as mere mortals are concerned? All right. So the level of the responsibility that the Lord gave his men, the saints of Israel, of judging people is to the utmost highest level. So you should remember that when you think of somebody saying uh, only God could judge me, or you can't judge me. You know, who are you to judge? You let them know I'm a saint. I'm a man of the Lord. That's who I am. A man of the Lord who has right, who judge with righteousness is higher than any court official in any one of these supreme courts or any court of law. All right, that's it for right now, man. Till next time, Lord willing, I hope that was edifying. Shalom.